Sports. It's in the game.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Working quickly here. 2nd and 8. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Third and just 2 to go.
19 Charger.
Running back sent in motion.
Panther 11.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This is brought in at the 15. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. To return, here's Paris Campbell. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Jukes one defender. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Escapes the pocket. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That pass complete to Goddard. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Gives a give inside to Gainwell. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Barkley. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles working here.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Roll.
Again, Daniels to the air. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
2nd down and 10, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Robinson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. Out of the gun, Daniels. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Daniels. The back's got it. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Gamble now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Throwing on the run. They connect on the deep shot. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. First down throwing for Hurts. Throwing deep for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Okay, ready?
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Daniels on first down. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Gamble now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield.
Well, we got ourselves quite a game today, a tie game coming into this third quarter. And what you're looking for is a little instant jolt of momentum coming out of the locker room. And that return might just be the spark that leads to that momentous fire.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
This one finds Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down. They go to Barkley again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. We're going to run with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
18
Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and...
All right, all set up now. First and 10.
Here you go. Set. Set. Rocco Eady.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trailed by just a point in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Gamble now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down. A give here to Gainwell. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Into the red zone. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels back to throw. He's going deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trail by just a point in the fourth. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tie us up 28-all. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Gamble now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 47. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Handoff goes to Gainwell, running left. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Running right, it's Barkley. Kicks this one outside. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles have taken the lead late. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to a point late in this one. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tie this game 35 apiece. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Gamble now on the return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Setting up to pass. Getting out to his left. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So now here's 3rd and 5. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Now to throw. He finds Dotson left side. And he will get the first as they touch him down. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Back to throw. He put everything he had into this one. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted. Mike Samra still makes the play. And the Commanders get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Check. Let's go. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Panther Street.
He'll look to throw it. He's going to push one deep down the right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. And this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that makes it 2nd and long. Here's Daniels. He beams one deep right side. Big gain downfield. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Daniels now. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Again, Daniels to the air. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and short, Daniels. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down.
Here we go. 60 Maverick.
Throwing now, Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
To throw, Daniels. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to...
To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there.
70 Rangers. Ready? 60 Bobcats.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He brings it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. It's 2nd and goal.
Come on.
Once more, it's Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders pull in front. Seibert now to add the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Gamble now on the return. And look at this return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Good. Set. Count up, Yeti. Don't touch.
Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He's on the move. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, easy, 63. Don't touch up.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Good. Set. Don't touch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Again, this is Gainwell. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They stick with Gainwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. They give it to the back on the zone read. And he gets into the end zone, so the choice to pass on a tie, a good one. That gives him a 1-point lead. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.